Okay, so I'm back. I think I might be too loud. Let me bring me down a bit. What about the music? Oh, of course the music's over. There we go. Music might... I want to be able to hear it, but I want to be able to hear me too. Okay. So, we're back again, and I decided this time I'm going to work on a part of the comic that you guys will be seeing probably in a few months. You'll see the finished one, but you guys are lucky enough to be able to see it now, so... Okay, I think I know how to do it. How I do it normally. This part here, which makes it all the more easier, is gonna come down here. Still out about the same. Like that. And we're just... Ooh, I don't want to have it... I'll make sure there's no like hard sudden changes when you're doing the pen tool. Now I'm not going to do like a whole, like last time I did a lot more where I was, you know, trying to help you guys learn stuff, and because I can't show you everything, I feel like that's kind of counterproductive, really. I can't teach you guys how to do things in Photoshop unless that's what I'm doing for the day. I'm gonna leave it like this. This line here should probably come down to about here, like, so it goes down with his ear, but in this case, just for this picture, we're not gonna do that. So you guys will at least get that little insight there as to what this picture used to look like beforehand. But yeah, his mane is not also his ear, so we have to have some sort of stop there. Okay, let me just see what I got. What's this? I don't know what that layer is. It's the sketch. Line art. So we got the two different line arts. I'm gonna add a second layer. So this is just for the line art. And how thick is the line art? I can normally tell on my own without... I'm gonna guess about 3. Which is perfect, because that's what I got it on now. I don't like working with that. Oops. I wanted to have that. Normally I don't want to have that unclicked, but this time I do. So I try to do it again. Okay, there we go. Strokes a path. Am I correct? I am correct. It is 3. Pressured, I'm gonna guess, is about 4. I don't think 5. 5 might be a little too much. So let's put the new layer. And then, oops, let's make this. Sorry, give me a second. Maybe the music will help hide that. I'm actually not feeling too good today, but I'm staying at home, so I guess that's a good thing. Strokes of path. Oop, whoa, no, not quite. Give me a second. Step backward. With pressure. There we go. Okay, so now let me get rid of this so I can see better. Whoa, too big of an eraser. We don't want to work on that big of level. Okay, line art. Get rid of these lines. I'm doing this without my tablet at the moment, just because it's too hard to get my tablet down and to use the microphone. So yeah, I don't know what to talk about. Like, I don't want to make this too boring where it's just me drawing. I guess that might not be that boring, but... yeah, I'm sticking with that. Okay, so I pretty much have Taboo done already. and I did him a while ago. I gotta do sprint now. This is my part of the page. I actually made sure to crop it, and I saved it as something that is a little bit, like, so it's not gonna copy over, like, it's not gonna erase my save that I was working on that has the whole page, because I didn't want to accidentally make it so you guys could see the whole page. So, it's holding on to something fuzzy. That's all I'm gonna say about this scene. Now, I don't know if I said already, this is page 6 in the comic, so the one thing about this is even though when this video goes out, it's not going to, this picture will not be coming out. So, you guys are special in that you get to see this. I might work on a separate picture in the next video, but not in this one. I gotta think of what I want to do. I have a couple like sketches that need coloring, and I might work on them. So as long as you guys don't mind not seeing me sketch it, just because I got a whole bunch that I need to work on. I could do it that way, or I could do like a little icon thing for people. If people are interested in that. That might be a fun thing to do at one point. So this is the first time I'm actually recording like an art one after already starting this, because the other one was all recorded in one day. This will be all recorded in one day. It might take 2 days to do, but we're gonna try not to, and hopefully have this done within an hour. So this is the only part of page 6 actually that needs to get done. Other than that, I have everything inked. I just need to color and shade it. So in this, we're gonna finish inking these guys down here. We'll color and shade them, and then I'll add them back into page 6. I don't know if I have anything on page 7. Page 7 needs a little bit more working on, like even in the sketching area. I feel like the sketch is not as good, like all the sketches are not as good in that page. I think it's page 7. No, not page 7. Page 8. Page 8 I gotta work on the sketches for, which I would show, but I feel like that kind of gives away a little bit more. I kind of like doing part of it. I might record it and then like show it after that page comes out. This page will come out in June, I think. So you'll get to see the full page in June or July. Maybe life will be back to normal by then. Maybe. And so all my friends from Disney and Universal are all taking part in this, posting their pictures from work. That makes me miss them. I want to go back. And so I haven't looked up that. I wonder how the people are doing for the international programs. If you're like part of the international programs at Disney or well, Universal doesn't have one. I don't think, anyway. I wasn't a part of it, so I don't know. But if you're part of the Disney people and you were there for this coronavirus stuff, how was that? Anyone in the future, like, you don't have to be like watching this while it's live. You don't have to tell me in the chat. Just tell me in the comments. How did that go for you guys? Because that's kind of interesting how... Because if you can't work, like, do you go back home to your country? Well, people are like really sick. Like, that'd be really tough for some people. Man, I feel for you guys. So for those who don't know, I was part of I did the Disney International Cultural Representative Program, which you don't have to be in college to do. But you go and you work at Disney's Epcot or Animal Kingdom, depending on where you're from, I guess. But I worked at Epcot. I worked as a Canadian. It was so hard. I've never played a Canadian before. Oh, you guys might not know that I am Canadian, so obviously it's not that hard, but It was definitely one of my favorite jobs I ever had. I also got the opportunity to work at Universal Studios, but not through that program, so don't go into it thinking, oh, I can work at Universal Studios too. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Come on. And I loved my time there. It was great. We had probably some of the best people to work with. Still some of my favorite people, even if I don't keep in contact with them as much. I'm just kind of like really antisocial, but it doesn't mean I don't like you guys. Does that work okay? So has anyone else ever done any of those programs? It's a lot of fun if you guys get the chance to do it. If you're American, you can do like the college program if you're that age and you're in college. If you're not from the States, look and see what programs are available to you, because it's a lot of fun. You get to go live with people from all over the world, and you work with a bunch of people from your country. You'll learn more about your country and your home than you ever did before. That's if you do the cultural representative program. If you do the college program, it's a little different. You just work in somewhere within the company at Walt Disney World. So you live in Orlando, Florida, but it's really, really neat. And you're there for a year to 6 months, a year, depending on what program you're doing. Sometimes it's only 3 months, so you only get the summer for if you're doing the college program. So that can be a really short time. That'll fly by really fast. And I did the college program as well. While I was there, I worked at Disney's Art of Animation Resort, which was a lot of fun. It was perfect for me. I really wanted to see that place, and then when I got the job there, I was like, wow, this is awesome. And I still like it there. And yeah, it was a long time ago though. I don't know if I'd go back and do any of the programs again right now. I'm kind of getting to the point in my life where, you know, life kind of thing. Like I keep saying after these comics are over, I'm gonna actually start my life and have a life and everything. And somehow I feel like the comics will never be over, but I guess in other ways there is an ending to it. It's just getting to that ending. And I keep sort of pushing things back and stuff with it. If life does take over, I don't know exactly what will happen. The comics might be a little slower. Oh, the way I'm sitting. Ow. I'll never be able to move that arm again. Oh, shoot, that's not what I wanted. Step backward. If I don't say it, it doesn't happen. I feel like that's something I used to say to Vanessa all the time. It was the 10th of April that she... Whoops, that's probably the worst way to go. It was the 10th of April that she last posted on Facebook. I don't know, I still think about it and everything. Like a lot of my friends, and it kind of bugs me sometimes, especially when I make new friends, because they're all like, oh, we don't want to talk about that. And I'm just like, well, bye. You know, I mean, at the beginning it was really hard for me, and yeah, it's kind of depressing to think about, but at the same time, it's not that it's not hard now, but I've kind of started to accept it, I guess. So I don't maybe necessarily want to think about the fact that she died so much as the fact that she was alive, and she was my friend, and she was awesome. Probably one of the coolest people I'll ever know. And I got to meet her. I feel pretty privileged about that, you know? Just, yeah, I don't know. Kind of bugs me. It turns me off of meeting new people sometimes when they act like that. I'm like, no. Now, if you don't like my best friend who died, but if you don't want to hear stories about her, then we can't really be friends. At least a lot of the friends that I have now, like, they know her, so like we can sit and tell stories and stuff like that, and remember the good times, you know? I love their faces. It looks so blurry for you guys. Like, really blurry. Why is that? Give me a second. I'm just gonna... It might be choppy for a second. Oh, shoot. Well... whatever, I guess. I don't know. Just deal with it for now. I'll try and see if I can fix that by the next video. Problem is I have to use different settings for my art versus my gaming. Like the gaming, it can be a bit blurry because it's just like pixel art and stuff, but this you don't really want to be blurry that much, and it just looks way too blurry compared to... I don't know, maybe it's not really recording it that blurry, maybe that's just a preview. I don't know, we'll see. So Sprent looks a lot like his father. Pretty much you can just draw, like to draw Sprent, you can pretty much draw LeVar with a little bit messier mane. And you can just color him as Sprent, and you got Sprent. Anyone know where Sprent got his name? I guess I can kind of say that now a bit more. He got it from my friend Vanessa. So funny that I was talking about her while doing this. She's a huge Star Trek fan, and she really liked Brent Spiner, and so she just kind of mixed his name together kind of thing and came up with Sprent. And I was like, you know what, I love it. And I didn't know, like I didn't watch Star Trek at that time, so I didn't even really know what she came, like how she came up with it until like afterwards when she told me the name. She also came up with the name LeVar too. Which, again, Star Trek, that's where she got LeVar from, because LeVar Burton, so... I do like Star Trek now a lot more. I got into it because of her. We used to go to her place all the time and watch Star Trek and eat pizza. That's like one of my favorite things to do. We'd like always get some pizza. Like when I come visit, we had a earthquake, like a little earthquake, but because she lived like fairly high up, we could actually feel it from up there, and it was just weird because it felt like someone was like kicking the couch, and it was just, I asked her, I said, what's going on or whatever, and she said that her brother was kicking the couch or something, and I just couldn't understand why he probably heard us say something about him kicking the couch and then he didn't stop. I was like, okay, whatever, weird, but sure, you know. And so yeah, and then next thing you know, her boyfriend comes home and he's like, did you guys feel the earthquake? And I'm like, I told you, even though I didn't really tell her. Oh, thank you, weekly report on how much I use my iPhone. At least yesterday there was a whole bunch of the like news alert things coming through. So I'm working on some other games for after, well I guess this week. I guess it would be. I'm actually recording this the week before, in case you're wondering. So yeah. I feel like I'm talking a lot better in this one now. I'm kind of getting used to this whole idea of doing this. It'll get better. I mean, over time, like, I just gotta figure out how to do this again and watch my stuff. I feel like... almost we can go like this. I don't know, this could be wrong, but we'll see. Or should I go around? So this is one of the games I'm actually, like the music for this part here is, I don't know if you can hear it, I hope you can. is one of the games I plan on doing. I've already recorded the first video of like several different games. And I'm like, oh, should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? You know, this for the like the Friday night ones. Does that like even look like anything? Like it might be too hard to tell. Like what I'm trying to do is his ear, but I feel like his ear might even start out here a bit more. But you know what? Whatever. No, I'm not gonna do it. That's good. I don't need like a whole bunch. Like even here, we probably should draw like something because his paw isn't that fat at that part. Especially Sprint. Sprint's kind of a skinny guy. There. Something like that. Something basic, because it's going to be down in this area here where you're not going to see too much anyways. So yay, we got that. Now we can go... Oh, let me... do this. You guys don't know what I'm doing, it doesn't matter. Don't worry, it'll be fine. I think I have the right one for pressured, so we'll do pressured first. Pressure. Oh no, why? Someone's live right now? I'm not stopping this video right now just to watch somebody. I will later. I'm just doing it this way because that's the way this page is done. It's gonna kind of go on and off with the pages as to how I do the line art. And I'll tell you guys that now, and you guys can watch for it if you want. But, this actually should be a little bit more jagged, but you know what? Whatever. It's okay. So that's a sketch. That's a sketch. I don't know what this is. That's another sketch. We're just gonna put them all together. And, yeah, so if you guys haven't checked it out yet, I am doing like video games as well. I know some people just want to see the art, and I get it, that's cool. That's why I'm doing multiple different things, so, you know, hopefully it satisfies somebody out there. I'm definitely trying to figure out, because there's like the one game I really want, there's a few games I really wanted to do, and in fact you might have heard me mention a lot on the other art videos about Stardew Valley. That's one of the games I really want to do. Unfortunately, I cannot. I've tried and tried and tried. The only way I can do Stardew Valley is if I do it in like short videos. And I don't want to do that right now. Like, it would have to be like 10-minute videos or something like that. And, I mean, unless you guys really want that, I don't want to do that right now. My work gave us a notice or whatever saying that we were off until June 16th, I think it is. We could be called back earlier, but we're off until June 16th otherwise. And like obviously it could be later than that still too, but that's what time we're off till. So which is, it's nice but crazy at the same time. Like I feel like I'm gonna go back and not know what I'm doing when I get back there. I'm not trying to remember what I gotta do at work while I'm off work. It's my time off. It's supposed to be my vacation coming up. In fact, by the time you guys are watching this, it was almost the time that I was gonna be leaving to go away on vacation. Now we'll have to go in September, I'm hoping. I'm really hoping September, October. Whenever they got good stuff going on. I just announced it to my friends too. I'm just like, oh, I'm coming to visit you guys. And then literally like less than a week later, I'm like, well, I guess I'm not coming to visit you guys yet. That's good enough now. Okay, I think for the eyes, I have an eye shapes that I've made already. I can show you guys how to do some of those sometime. I keep saying like I want to do brushes, and I might still. Because again, this is 1 week's video. I'm hoping to do this entire thing in this week. I kind of want to watch that video that's live, but I'm gonna hold off. Forgot to do his little. I want to make sure, like, you knew he was happy. Like, otherwise he kind of looks angry because he's got his eyebrow down. Copy, paste. So I kind of got those like cheeks kind of pushing up a bit. I don't want it to be like, because that's too different from the previous eye. Like, yeah, it's drawn like that, but sometimes there's errors in the artwork. No. Oh, that's good enough, I guess. Whatever. Should look okay. There we go. The black line art is ready. And here's an example I was talking about in the last video where we have teeth and eyes and stuff like that that could go into other areas. So I normally put them on a separate layer so I can work with them. We'll worry about some of the other stuff in a minute, but let's work on the teeth and eyes. You're gonna hear like repeats of songs and stuff because I'm not doing this all in one day, so I just put it on shuffle. My playlist on shuffle, and it's normally... I think we're gonna move that over a bit. I didn't like how far over it was, but that should be good. I hope. I don't know. Probably not. I do like this chapter a lot, but I feel like I'm giving all this hype to chapter 5, and I feel like many of the reasons that I really like chapter 5 were the things that I cut out and put in chapter 6, so I'm kind of like, I hope you guys feel the same way about chapter 5 and enjoy it, but and I hate to keep pushing off all the really best stuff, but there is some crazy stuff that happens in chapter 6. I'll let you guys know, since if you made it this far into the video, it's 40 minutes, man. I mean, even if you randomly skip to this part, you're just lucky then. But I'm gonna say, someone dies in chapter 5, and someone dies in chapter 6. And as it stands right now in chapter 7, I think chapter 7 or chapter 8 will be the last chapter, so obviously, probably a few characters die in those chapters, so... I don't want to say who, obviously, I'm not going to go that far, but yeah, we are going to see some death coming up, and things get pretty intense at the end of the next chapter. No, I can't do that, that wouldn't make sense. I need to put that on the other one. This way. So, get just these two right now, and I'm going to do subpaths. So this might take 2 weeks worth to do. Or maybe, I don't know if I'll record the whole thing. I mean, I should. I just basically made you guys watch the worst part of doing a picture, is like inking and stuff. But I feel like this one was a lot better because I talked a lot better in this one than I did in the others. Stroke paths, right? Yeah. Oh no. Step back. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. So yeah, anyways, we're getting close to the end of this video. Did I literally, I just did that, didn't I? I just selected it and then I unselected it. There we go. There we go, that's better. Finally. Okay. No, I don't want to do that either. I don't want to do that. I have teeth and eyes I gotta work on. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of these two here. So they're not needed anymore. And just hope I did it right. I'm gonna save. That's right. Yeah, I'll save. It's fine to save now. I like to save it on different file names. But it doesn't matter right now. Oh, so in the comic I do not do like those little extra hairs that we did on like Kovu and stuff. I don't do those in the comic. It's just too much work. Again, to do the comic, you kind of need like, at least for me, I don't know, maybe you guys are different and that's totally cool. But the one thing with me is that I gotta do, it's just much easier to do more simple characters. That's why my characters tend to be pretty simple. Oh wait, what am I doing? Jumping all over the place here, getting way ahead of myself. First of all, I want to make sure they somewhat at least look like they're looking at each other. This one here needs to go down a bit. That needs to go up a bit, I think. I think. Why? This one here needs to go down a bit. Okay, so now I can do these ones. Now I'm doing them all on the same layer, like both the pressure sensitive one and the not pressure sensitive one. Just because I can do it anyways that way, so. Simulate pressure. There. Now. Let me get the eyes. Let's do it at the same time. Stroke path. Now let's go to 4. Okay, so we might stop the video here and we'll color them and maybe shade them in the next video. So that'll be next week, and then after that I'm not sure what we're gonna do. I'm gonna quickly cut some of this stuff out though. We'll do that before we end this video. And I'm not sure what I'm gonna do the week after. So that will give me at least the art videos for these 2 weeks. That's all that matters right now for me. You hear the motorcycle going by? That's really loud. I was surprised, like while I've been recording these, like maybe it's because not many people are out, but normally I live right near the fire station, like sort of near it I guess. So we hear it all the time. Everything's good there. A little bit going on here that we gotta get rid of. But yeah, like I wanna just kind of do my own thing a little bit on my days off next weekend. So I'm gonna record for 2 weeks worth right now. And if there's any updates I need to put in, I'll put them in the description of the next video kind of thing. Okay, give me a second. As soon as this is done, we're gonna end this video. So thank you guys for watching. And I will see you next week. We will finish up this picture At least everything except for the background. We're not going to be finishing the background, so don't get your hopes up that you're going to see the background for it. Just because I'm still sort of debating on the backgrounds. They're going to probably be the very last thing I do before I do anything. So, and these guys have a little bit more of a complex background than, say, where Nora is and stuff. That's like clouds and stuff, so it's easy to do, whereas these guys have a little bit more complex, even though it won't be a very complex background. Just one second, I'm gonna quickly do this. And then... So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!